Hello guys, come with me on my journey as I navigate life in Jamaica and my plans on relocating back to Jamaica. But before we get into that, let's talk about driving in Jamaica. Because this year, for the first time, born and raised in Jamaica, I decided that on this trip I was going to drive because if I'm going to return home, I need to get used to driving here. So let's talk about it. Now, for starters, let's talk about the rental process. It's a fairly easy one. I booked through Expedia. One thing you should know is that they do charge you for insurance when you rent a car in Jamaica. When you're in America, you could somehow transfer the insurance from your personal car to a rental car. Well, you can't do that in Jamaica. When you're in Jamaica, you have to pay for insurance, which I don't know if some place does a full coverage, but where I went, it wasn't a full coverage. And I think there was like a max out of pocket of 6,500 American dollars, just in case there was an incident or accident, if you will. And so that's for starters for renting the car. You also have to put down a very, this might seem like a large down payment to some not a large down payment. So you have to put down a down payment on a credit card, and then you also have to pay for the car, for your rental days, and for your insurance. And that's about the process in getting a rental vehicle in Jamaica. Now let's talk about the driving. So after I pick up my rental car, I made my way from the airport, which is in Montego Bay. That's Montego Bay International Airport. And I was staying at the Rio in Ocho Rios, or was that's Mommy Bay. That was my first stop, my first 7 days. And it was about an hour and a half drive. And this is kind of what it looked like. And guys, my kids were in the car. Okay? Driving in Jamaica for the first time, and my kids are in the back of the car sleeping. Either they trust me too much or they don't afraid. They don't afraid. So, the basic rule for driving in Jamaica is that you drive on the left. In America, we drive on the right. Okay. Other than that, there are no road rules. Each driver makes up their own. So, with that being said, you have to be a very defensive driver. And I don't mean that there are no formal road rules. There are formal road rules. It's just that nobody follows them. But the best advice I can give you is be patient. Keep your eyes peeled. Look out for everybody. Use your mirrors. Keep your eye on the driver in front of you. Just be extremely vigilant when driving in Jamaica. And keep in mind, you might not be going as fast as everybody else, or some drivers, if you will. And they are going to honk at you, and they are going to pass you. And that is okay. Let them honk, let them pass. Just be safe on the road out there. Also, keep in mind that the roads here are narrow, so you might be passing other cars close by. But not only that, keep your eye open for the potholes. Potholes, yes, I said it. Even in Ocho Rios, very huge tourism area. Some potholes that you see there are not potholes. They're what I call manholes. But other than that, the highway is pretty good. It's not all bad. So if you can't stay away from congested area too, because the congested area have some crazy drivers too. Driving really fast, you're wondering where they're going in a congested area. Have you ever been up by the clock in Ocho Rios on a busy day? Okay. So guys, right now we are about 30 minutes away from the Montego Bay International Airport. We're on our way there to pick up a guest who just refused to stay home, in short. So anyway, it's been a good ride on the road, again driving in Jamaica. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is out and they are doing spot checks, so they're stopping cars at random. I did have an encounter with them and it was very pleasant. I had no issues with them. So there's that. Also, I want to mention your horn. See, in America, you hardly ever hear your horn honking because people just don't use horns that much in America. But here in Jamaica, having your horn is a necessity. It's like the major way of communicating with other drivers on the road, okay? With that being said, again, they're doing their best to try to keep the roads safe, but it's not a Jamaica Constabulary Force thing. It's an individual thing. We don't always have to be in a hurry. We don't always have to be in a rush. We don't always have to be overtaken. And these are some of the issues that cause so much casualties on the roads here in Jamaica. And the roads are not terrible, except if you're up in the country areas, then that's different. But again, it starts with us. We have to make a decision to be careful and to drive carefully when we are on the roads here in Jamaica. Once I get to the airport, I will sign back on again. But this is the roadways, and basically, as you can see, the roads are pretty good here, especially on your way to the airport. So the roads are not bad, again, except if you're in some areas. So fatalities that we've been having, completely unnecessary, and a lot of them happened on these roads too. I don't know, since I've been on there, I can't tell you how many times I have been overtaken. But what I do as not a new driver, but a new driver in Jamaica, I let them go. I do not compete with those who are speeding and those who are always in a rush. I slow down and let them pass, or sometimes I can even pull off and let them go about their day, because listen to me, man, you're not taking me and my children off the road. You're going to take yourself off it. Yeah, so just be vigilant when driving, because again, it's not the road that you need to be afraid of, it's the drivers that are on it that you need to be afraid of. I guess we'll refuse to stay home. And finally, guys, Jamaican drivers aren't all bad. They say to blink twice if you need help. Well, Jamaican drivers flashes their light twice if the police officers are around the corner. So, with that being said, be safe on the road. Speed kills. Enjoy Jamaica. Have a great time, because once you go, you know. See you next time. Mwah.